son? What's up? Ice up, son. What's up? Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding. The Panthers on a prowl will continue driving down the field to the red zone. We just got a first down and 10. Smitty on the loose, wide open Ted again. Stack 6 more on the board, looking like a win. With the 6-game winning streak, put them out their misery. Brady wanna cry when the ref threw the penalty. Panthers got a hot team, Patriots the enemy. Draw the first blood, different team than we used to be. Cam swerving through the traffic, signaling a first down. Fans on their feet and the crowd getting really loud. Offense did a job off the field. There's the towel. Bank of America. Stadium is going down. Defense got him pushed back to the end zone. Hardy with the sack. That's a safety and we got the ball. Rushing on your shotgun. Staring at the barrel, y'all. All New England fans hear him saying that ain't fair. Ice up, son. What's up? Ice up, son. What's up? Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding. Ice up, son. What's up? Ice up, son. What's up? Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding. Better watch the linebacker, he can read you like a book. Run 40 yards just to tackle Luke. Got him shook, Toby like a tank. And D'Angelo with the fake. Stiff arm, out of bounds, 25 to game. Stewart back, healthy 3 lethal running backs. It's suicide, add the wide receivers, it's a route. Secret weapon, make plays, Greg Olsen make it happen. Keep pounding on these haters, we ain't playing John Madden. Legion of the Hood, hometown go boom. Force and fumbles, Panthers making sure the ball is loose. Jack move, Charles Johnson, yeah, he will come attack you. State of mind, mentally and physically, we pass you. Godfrey in the nickel back, and he making sure we're safe. Panthers on the prowl, we gon' come and elevate the state. Hard fought thriller, only 59 seconds left. Panther fans on the feet, heart beating out the chest. Ice up, son, what's up? Ice up, son, what's up? Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding. Ice up, son, what's up? Ice up, son, what's up? Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding. Ice up, son, what's up? Ice up, son, what's up? Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding. Ice up, son, what's up? Ice up, son. Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding.
Welcome on in. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that bell, select all, leave a comment down below if you feel like doing so. And don't forget to check out the Facebook group page. Keep pounding in all caps for in-game posts, opinions, and polls, and schedule for the channel, as well as info about the Fantasy Football League. Keep pounding league. Let's get this thing going, man. First of all, how do y'all like my new intro? I think it's fire. If you want to know who created that, it is Landara Tai on Instagram. She creates a lot of different art and design for people that are streamers. And she has a passion for it. She's worked with me throughout this whole process to create this amazing intro. Been very patient with me, over the course of 6 months, and we've gotten this done, man. And it just looks fantastic. So if you want some work done with your intro videos, outro videos, panels, whatever you want to work on. Um, for your own streams, it's Lindara Tai, spelled Tai, last name. So, um, special shout out to her, man. She is fantastic. She's got about 76 followers on Instagram, and I mean, some of the designs she's got are just awesome. You know, she'll work with you. She'll be patient with you and work with whatever you want to do with your slides. Um, you know, you just have to tell her what you want, and she'll work with you. So she's looking for people to work with right now. So hit her up, man. Hit her up. Hit her up. Hit her up. So I got this done for about 150 bucks. So she has fair prices, you know, and I feel like we got our money's worth out of this. Check this out, man. This is sweet. This is exactly what I wanted, and honestly, I'm very pleased with it. Yes, it's Lindora Tai. It's Lindara. That's her first name. Tai Tai is her last name. I'll put it in chat for you guys. Hold on. Let me see if I can figure out a way to do that. Copy profile URL. That's the ticket. Okay, cool. So I can do it. There you go. The link is in chat for her profile. Go check it out. If you like her stuff, go say hi. Tell her you came from this channel. I'm promoting her for free for an entire month. So whatever streams we do, we're promoting her work. And I might go a bit further because honestly, I'm very pleased with the work. And I believe in promoting people that deserve it, you know, that have been patient with me and worked with me, you know. So I may go a bit further with the promotion. We'll see. But first stream out, and I'm pleased. So here's the socials. I'm on Instagram as well, Shadow Warrior 645 if you want to get a hold of me there. And also we got the group page on Facebook. So that I created myself. So all right. Welcome my name. Welcome. Different setup today. Every time because we got crazy stuff going on. But I'm gonna try my best to make sure that you guys get the content that you need. And I don't exactly have a stable situation right now, but that's why I've been a little behind on videos. But I am doing my very best to deliver the content that you guys are looking for. So, all right. Let me go through chat real quick, and then we'll get to the content. David Screw says, let's go. Be sure to watch your TV, guys. Falcons versus Panthers. They're 6 rows away from the end zone, right behind the goalpost for my birthday. I'll be 39. Keep pounding. I'll try to represent the channel. All right. Yeah. Be sure to look out for that. He'll have a sign up I think we talked about making a sign so that he can properly represent himself out there in our channel. And if you want to go and visit him and say hi to him, David, go ahead and let him know where you're going to be at if you want him to do that. That way, if you're attending that game, you can go say hi, and it's pretty much the same as representing our channel. So say hi to him, and you're saying hi to our group here, our main group. Um, he'll be out there representing and trying to get more people as well. So he'll be letting people know about the channel and networking. So he's not just there to watch the game. He's there to work, man. We're gonna get some people up in here that haven't heard of us before. So new intro is fire. Appreciate that. Yeah, I put some good money into this, man, and it paid off, man. I like it. Um, represent our peeps. It is fire. Excuse me. I'm just tired. That's all. Corey deserves it. Pay some good money for those seats, and I'm gonna help Corey out. Appreciate that. I hope to plan out what I'm gonna do and figure it out. Can you spot the whole Instagram? I put the link right there in chat. Love this channel and I want to see it grow. Yeah, so do all of us. Panther family right here. Let's get it. Bigger everyone in the chat. Promote the channel if you can. Section 121, seat 21. That's where he's going to be at. Go say hi to him. If you are at the Panthers and Falcons game in Carolina, that's going to be in October. Which week is that? I forget which week that is. But go check that out for sure. All right. Let's see. Weeks, days 12 through 14 in training camp, with the final one being tomorrow. A lot going on right now. We've had some roster changes. We've had some things happen. So I'm going to try to cover as much of this as I can. We do have the Blueprint episode that came out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that tonight, but we'll try. If not tonight, maybe tomorrow or Friday, possibly. We'll see how things roll. I gotta get set up back at my place, so we'll see how things roll on that. All right, so just the heat. Okay, so I don't really want to waste my time with the kickoff rule, to be honest with you. Row 6. Row 6, ladies and gentlemen. So it's section 121, seat 21, row 6. For David, if you want to go say hi to him during the Falcons game in Carolina. All right, so let's we ready to go. We ready to rock. Let's get this going. you're probably going to hear a lot of nonsense going on in the background that is moving around, stuff like that. You know, it is what it is. Let me move that on. Move that. Okay. All right, let's rock and roll. So we got, where did I leave off on the 11th? So once in a lifetime experience, I'm going to be ready. I may cry. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I sat down around that area on Fan Day 1 year. I forget which year it was.
Danny. Danny. That kitchen needs to be packed up, whatever it needs to bring.
We'll take care of it tomorrow.
And then in this closet, it's got his Tide Pods and all that.
Okay,
'Cause
we'll
I
get it.
leave in the morning, I won't be back, so.
Whatever's left in here, we'll get it tomorrow.
Alright,
We'll be out of here. All right, folks. My apologies. A lot going on right now. So, I'm a very passionate fan, probably like everybody in the room. Cool. Let me see if this works or not. Okay, you guys can still hear me? Yeah. All right, so that didn't work. Don't worry about it. So we left off with the two linemen, correct? August 11th. So that would be, we added offensive lineman Jack Anderson and defensive tackle Walter Palmore for a workout and signed them. So we got more injuries. We got Jaden Cromedy with a high ankle sprain. We got Bandora with a knee injury. We got Cade Mays with a shoulder injury, which is crippling, by the way, to our offensive line depth. We'll talk about that in a little bit in more detail. Mays has an AC sprain and would miss a few weeks. Palmore has spent time with the Texans, Cowboys, and Seahawks. Spent a week camp year 2021. Most recently with the Michigan Panthers of the UFL. Spent time with Anderson. Spent time with the Bulls, Eagles, Giants, Colts, and Jaguars. Texan Tech player has played in 15 career games with 3 starts. They also brought back Tavion Robinson, which makes me very, very pleased that he is back. This dude has a lot of potential and a lot of talent to offer us. And I think if we're able to tap into that talent and use it correctly, this dude could be a very, very valuable asset. I'm just more concerned with making sure that we've got that depth covered at wide receiver. That's the main problem for me, because these wide receivers haven't exactly been showing out very well, during practices this past week. And there's also the Patriots game as well. So we need a guy like Tavion Robinson. This is fresh blood. This is brand new talent to the table that could possibly make the 53 if he applies himself well enough and practices well enough. But I would have liked to see him like adjust to more than just a few training camp practices, and then he'll start showing his stuff, once he gets used to the system. Um, but yeah, that was my main concern. It's just making sure that he is acclimated properly and back for us. Um, I was upset when we let Tavion go. Glad he's back. I agree, David. I 100% agree. Uh, David says, I'm a very passionate fan, just like everybody in the room. We may have different views and opinions, but we are family. Correct. Much Panther love, yeah. Should have never let him go in the first place. I completely agree. When we let him go, he was more of a depth piece. We were trying to figure out what we were doing as far as who we were moving around and stuff like that. So he just happened to be that guy that was moved around, you know. And there's always like that set of like 4 or 5 guys that we cut and we bring back, we cut, we bring back, throughout an entire month of training camp because we've got so many injuries going on that this guy just happens to be on the bubble in that bubble list, and that happens every year. So it's frustrating for the players, that are in that 5 or 10 players. They keep getting cut and brought back, but you know, if you show up and you take care of business and you show the coaches that you deserve to not just be on the bubble but be on the practice squad at least, you know, then these coaches will start taking you seriously. They'll take you off that bubble list and they'll let you stay, and they'll go after somebody else for that list. But I just hate that he is one of them that's on that list because I feel like he's got a lot more to offer than he's showing right now. To make room on the roster, we waived a pair of rookies, cornerback Willie Drew and running back Jaron Sheridan, and waived injured wide receiver Devin Tompkins. I'll start with Devin Tompkins. Tompkins was okay. I thought Tompkins had good hands. He wasn't exactly fast, but he did have good hands. The route running wasn't exactly there, and I'm just he's a camp body. We got way too many running backs, and I knew that cut was coming with Sheridan. I'm a little concerned with that because I think Sheridan's got more to offer than he was showing as well. I think he's that second player out of that bubble list that has more to offer if you give him a chance to do so. Willie Drew, I have no idea who he is. To be real with you, he didn't get that much time during the Jets game or the Patriots game. My bad, Patriots game. So I don't know really who he is. He doesn't really have an identity. So I see why he was on the bubble list. I completely understand. Um, but Tavion and Sheridan did not deserve to be on that list. I feel like that's just my opinion. Um, there is a much bigger issue with injuries and the offensive line, and I mean we'll talk about that because that's the elephant in the room for me right now. And the second major elephant in the room is the corners. We need to talk about that too. The third is Bryce Young. So let's continue to dive into these information news pieces here. This one's by Darren Gant. Shout out Darren Gant. Credit to him for this article. Okay, so this was on the 11th, which was Sunday. Now, I was up there the previous week. Oh, might be early, but my gut feeling is the best coach in Panthers history in the making. I like this guy. Yeah, I feel like I have strong convictions about Dave Canales as well. I think he may be the best coach in Panthers history coming as well. I agree with that. But we shall see. We shall see. I also have a few questions, about him, but you know, that's just the first game, and we didn't even play our starters, so I'm gonna hold back my convictions for a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give him a chance to kind of spread his wings a little before I complete my evaluation. But right now, I'm feeling like I'm not ready to close the books and say whether I like this dude completely or not. You know, but I do have strong convictions towards liking him for sure. I'm not going to beat around the bush here. I'm just going to tell you how I really feel about it. I feel like he could lead this team to success. I really do feel that way. There's just a few question marks I got to clear up first. You know what I mean? But right now, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Is he lying to people? No. Y'all need to stop acting like every coach that comes up in here is lying. Yes, Frank was a liar. Matt Rhule was a liar. But not every coach that comes up in Carolina is a liar. So I don't know where that mindset comes from, but y'all need to stop that. That's that clown garbage. All right? Y'all need to stop that clown garbage. We're done with that era. All right? Just making that known. All right, so Bryce Young was picked off by Woods Sunday morning practice. He apparently found Deontay Johnson on the fly, which became a thing this camp. Yeah, I would say that is the thing because I saw that on the 6th. So, yes. We got to challenge our throws, got to challenge ourselves and our receivers as well for those opportunities. We're going to have to look at it. We're going to have to see what happened and know exactly where Xavier was on the play. Was Canales' response to that? But if we're not getting interceptions, we're not trying, we need to take these shots down the field so we can hone it in so we can become really crisp as we take those shots down. I agree with that. I feel like deep shots are needed. If we can get some deep shots down the field practice-wise, we can start to understand, does Bryce really have that ability or not? Because people have been questioning, does he have the ability? Does he not? This, that, and the third. They've been. Some people are just that strong in their convictions. They say he doesn't. And there's also the other half of us that say he does, because we've seen it in Alabama. We've seen it during camp. So it's not like he doesn't have it. He can do it. So, um, part of that is something that will get solved by experimentation, but also communication. So it's not a surprise that practice with every young remain on the field and with a handful of receivers talking through things, not throwing passes, but getting on the same page immediately afterwards. I like that because that shows me dedication. That shows me that he really, really wants to make this work. That's who Bryce is, ladies and gentlemen. He's not what everybody's painting him as. He's him. He's that guy, that really just wants to win. He's that humble person that you see on camera. That really is authentically him. And I don't want people getting the wrong impression. That's who he is. What you see is what you get. Uh, Everyone is stuck in their losing mentality, but I feel Canales is the real deal. Um, First year, Bryce came in, no line and terrible coaching, but he had a lot this year. Is this team missing pieces on the team? Yes, but I really feel that Dave can make the entire team awesome. His energy and presence, etc. I agree. Yeah, it's going to take time to fully build this team. It's going to take it's a 2 to 3 year process. Rome was not built in a day. We need to finish the building process. And the evidence of us not, you know, of where we are in that building process was the Patriots game. Let me explain that. First of all, I'm going to start with the good things. The defense held their own for 3 quarters. 3 quarters. That's pure depth. Now, no starters. Pure depth. Held their own for 3 quarters. Now, if the offense had been doing what they were supposed to be doing, they could have held 4 whole quarters. I am absolutely convinced of that. If we've been putting points on the board, if we've been moving the ball, giving the defense the rest that they need, then it's iron sharpens iron within this defensive depth chart. Who wants it more? Who's moving up the depth chart? Who deserves those spots? That's when we start pushing those envelopes and moving to phase two, the depth in our roster, because we certainly have it. No question about it. I'll have to take a look at the Jets game to see where we are as far as specifically what needs to be improved upon. But, you know, I did miss about a quarter and a half of that Patriots game, so I wasn't able to properly process what that defense was doing. I was more focused on the offense, and that's not good. So what I'm telling you is the offensive depth is not good enough. This is going to go into year 2 of the process to where we can fully start to flesh out that depth. We've got to get our starters figured out in the first year. Starters, then depth, then finish out the process in year 3. You see what I mean? That's the process. So you have to make sure that you know what you're dealing with before you go into the regular season. And if we see patterns, if we see things that look like exactly like they did in the Patriots game, we'll know okay, this is legitimate. This is a real problem with our depth pieces, and we'll know exactly where we need to start improving in year two. You know, again, we have not seen the starters yet. I want to emphasize that. We have not seen the starters yet. There's still a lot of work to do. So, that being said, I pointed out the offensive line depth is not strong. It's very weak. We're in the red area. You got the red, the yellow, which is cautious, cautiously optimistic, and then green, saying that we're okay. You know what I mean? We're doing great. You know, we are in the red area currently with our depth, with offensive line depth. But there's a lot of hope. We have Brady Christensen, we have Ricky Lee, and we have Cade Mays. That's three solid depth pieces right now that we could build around. But we have to continue to rely on finding another two pieces in that depth to get us through this year. So that's what Dave Canales is focused on, and so is the whole crew. The problem is you may not find them until the end of preseason game number 3, because patterns. That's how you're going to figure it out. If you see the same stuff over and over and over again, that's how you're going to know. Okay, this guy's a problem, or this guy is solid. Now, here's where the problem begins, because if you look at the free agent list right now, and I was about to show you guys that, it's not very strong. Get this garbage out of here. All right, so if you look at left tackles that are available, I mean, some of these guys are way too expensive, like DJ, Lane Brown. You're looking at the teens range in free agents. You can go 3.2 here with James Hurst, Cameron Fleming 2.5. Jason Peters is still sitting at 1.1. I would go that direction, but the man is 42 years old. That's the problem here. So as you go on down here, Shadiq Charles, Roderick Johnson. I mean, these are just the left tackles. This is not looking very good at all as far as what we can sign, at tackle, at left tackle. So let's highlight all of these guys. So do we have an idea? The depth is terrible in free agency right now. I mean, I don't want to discourage people right now, but this is just not it. We may have to wait until next year to solve this problem. I see a guy from the Chiefs, Donovan Smith, for $3 million. Cameron Fleming, 2.5. Matt Filler. But see, we're going to be looking at bottom of the barrel because we only have $6.1 million to spend. There's Justin Pugh for 1.4. I'm interested in Justin Pugh. The problem is he's 34. He's gotten older. He's not as dominant as he used to be. But there's Trey Turner. Trey Turner for 1.3. Trey Turner, I would bring back. The problem is his injuries. All right, so let's go down to Gabe Jackson. Gabe Jackson, you got 1.1. I'd be interested in that. Tyler Larson, 1.1. So there you go. There's your center. We could pick up Tyler Larson. I already pointed out Jason Peters. Pat Elflein, 1.1. In a pinch. He knows our system. Justin McCray, 1 million. But McCray was garbage. Let's be real. McCray was not it. 1 mil. Shadiq Charles. You go down to Cameron Tom. You go down to Tyler Phillips. Dalton. Andrew Trainer. JD. I mean, this is not a very friendly list. And we have to figure out what we're going to do about this problem. Because if we don't get this figured out this year enough to get us to 7 to 8 wins, then that slows down our building process. Let me get to chat. David Screw says, let's see. He left a bunch of messages here. Let's see. In the chat. He isn't looking at wins right now. He's looking for who's going to make the team. Yeah, that's fair. This is how confident I am. So I'll leave it at this. No matter who we have on our roster, I feel like he can make the team better. True. But it's not enough depth, though. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough depth to get us past 7 to 8. And that's okay. I'm saying it right now. That is okay. Because 10 to 15 draft range is exactly where we want to be. That helps us with the second year of the building process. A lot of this is going to be drafting. And we got a lot of draft capital. So I think the goal for this coming year, and if I have this information correct, is $15 million that we have to spend for this coming offseason. Am I correct about that? Check me in chat. But I think I'm correct about that. That's what I heard. Then a lot of this is going to be drafting. Because if we don't get to some of these offensive linemen early, these other teams are going to snatch them up. I mean, look at all these guys out here. We got lucky with Yusuf. We got lucky with the other guy that we paid $100 million. As a starter. Excuse me. But it's not enough. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not enough. So, again, not going to be solved in 1 year. But if we can transition into year 2 with enough wins that it looks promising, it looks like we are making a real effort to improve our team with 7 to 8 wins. I'd say we're in the conversation to start doing something very, very soon. But you have to be patient. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I've been saying it, and I'll continue to say it until it's not any less true. So, 14-year son of Pete Carroll, and even Pete says himself he wished he had the knowledge Dave had entering first year as head coach. Pete also says he was way ahead of him when started coaching. Yeah, I mean, but he's not Pete Carroll. They're two different people. I've been saying this, and I've been trying to explain this to you, David. Like, they're two different people. Yes, they have the same philosophies for the most part, but they're two different people and two different coaching philosophies. So Dave has to create his own path, and we'll see what that looks like, at the end of 2 to 3 years. But I think we have the right guy. I do. That's where we agree. I think we do have the right guy this time, and I like where this is heading. He's a very good coach that can make anyone shine. Dave Canales, yeah, I would agree. I would certainly agree with that. He has definitely done that with Baker. He has definitely done that with Gino. So I think there is something to be said for that. It is worth mentioning. But can he turn this franchise around overnight? No. So you have to be patient. It's going to take 2 to 3 years, with all due respect. If you look at all the major successful franchises out there, like the Chiefs, the Patriots, Dallas, Green Bay, when they first started out as consistent winners, did they have a winning record in that first year of their coaching staffs? No, they didn't. It means you have to build all of that up. You can't just be like, oh, well, this is Madden. Flick, 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 flick. Let's make some moves. Let's make some moves. Oh, yeah, now we got a 12-win season. That's not how it works. Wave your magic wand, right? And in 1 year, you got a successful 12-year team, 12-win team. Yeah, it doesn't happen that way. Like, it's been proven time and time again, it doesn't work like that. With all due respect, I'd love to believe it did. We'd all love to believe it does, but it doesn't. So, I mean, just looking down this list, this is not a friendly free agent list at all for offensive linemen. And Cameron Irving got picked up as well. So I just want to mention that. We signed Robert Hunt for about 20 mil. And it wasn't easy to acquire these guys. You got Neiman for 4 mil. I mean, we got lucky with the Neiman contract. But this list is not friendly, you know. Damian Lewis, we had to spend about 13.2. I mean, this puts extra pressure on Damian Lewis, to get the job done. I'm a little concerned about that. Now, would I pay Harold Larson 1.1 and Pat Elflein 1.1 to be backups? Absolutely, I would. Would I go after Jason Peters? No, he's too old. But that's that's about 1.6 million, if I'm doing my math right, or 1.4. We can afford that for two guys that we know have been in the system before. We know that they understand what they need to do, and they are run blockers, which most of our offensive line is predominantly run blockers. That's what they do. It's about a 60-40 ratio of run blocking versus pass blocking. That's what I've seen so far. Now, I could be wrong about that once we see him at the starters in action, but this is what I'm seeing so far. In practice when I went up there for 2 days. I don't know about the rest of these people. I really, really don't. I don't think I would take a chance here. They're not good enough to handle what we need him to do. I would maybe look into Shadik Charles, maybe, but I'm just not feeling the rest, man. Besides the ones I mentioned, you know, and the Texans got Irving. There was also another move that was made. Washington got Martavius Bryant. And the reason this is important as we're transitioning into the wide receivers. Shout out to Real Sunchild. How you doing? He says, keep pounding, let's go. Facts, man. Facts. The reason I mentioned Martavius Bryant, yes, he does have issues with getting in trouble with the substance abuse policy and all of that. I was not aware of his breach of contract. So I had no idea about that until somebody in my group chat told me that from my team. So now I'm aware of that. But his last actual infraction with the substance abuse policy was 2018. Now, I don't have to tell you that Martavius Bryant is a beast once you get him on the field and acclimated. The problem is you can't keep him out of trouble. But I think our coaching staff could have kept him out of trouble had we been able to sign him for 1.3. So 1.3 is what Washington paid him. And here's why this is important. Washington already has Frankie Louvu. They got Jeremy Chin from us. They're building, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out for Washington. This is a dangerous team. Very dangerous team. They're starting to build. They've got Scott Fitter. They've got Marty in the front office. Now, those two could conflict with each other. Keep that in mind. But I believe that if we are careful, we could beat this team as it stands right now. In the building process, we are ahead of them. Now, that may not last long. They may close the gap, knowing Scott Fitterer. That's if Scott Fitterer is in control of the contracts. Now, if Marty is in control of the contracts, that's going to delay them. Because Marty will get them in trouble with contracts eventually. And that's going to put a wrench in the system for all that they're trying to do in Washington. If Scott is in control of the contracts and he manages to be in agreement with Marty on finding players for cheap that don't become big pork barrel numbers for contracts and cap room, then I don't see a problem here for their growth, which becomes a problem for us because they're going to steal players that we need. It's the same system, basically, that Scott is drawing from. He knows what our system is. He knows what we're looking for. He knows how to find these people. Now, we managed to retain about probably half of his scouts, most likely. The other half went to Washington. So the problem is going to be watch out for Washington in the draft and in free agency. They may rob us a couple of times. That's what I'm worried about. Now, Martavius Bryant, back to him. This is not so much a concern right now. But if they manage to get Martavius Bryant running again and working again like he's supposed to be, keep him out of trouble, that could be a problem for our corners. Um, so transitioning into our corners, and I'll get back to our wide receivers in a minute. Our corners, we just lost Dane Jackson to an injury today. Now, remember I told you, if Dane Jackson goes down with an injury or he does not pan out, Charles Smith-Wade has to step up. This is his time. And Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has shown a little bit of progress, but I don't think he's shown enough to warrant a number 2 spot. Troy Hill is in the nickel corner spot, as he should be. Chow is behind him in nickel. Now, who do we have at corner behind Dane Jackson and Lamar Jackson? Dane and Lamar. There's our problem. Nobody. Camp bodies. That's why I've been stressing the fact that we need another strong corner. Don't just draft one corner, draft 2. That's why I was pushing for it. And while I was pushing for Gilmore as much as I was, now we got a problem. We got 6.1 in the bank this year. We've got to use it for injuries. As it stands right now, Gilmore is not an option. That dude left Minnesota without a contract because he saw what we were doing down here. You know, he wanted to play games with both these GMs, and neither one of them are happening. That's why he's still sitting on the free agent couch. So give up the ghost on Gilmore. It ain't happening. Josh Norman is not happening. People are gonna want him back. Nope. Too much money. Y'all act like we are made of Ted Turner type money or Bill Gates type money. No, we got $6.1 million, bro. 6.1. That's it to play around with this year. We'd have more if we restructure Taylor Moton. But that seems to be a mute point with this management because they choose not to do it. I keep saying it needs to happen. I'm going to keep pushing it. Now, I don't know whether this is Taylor or the management not getting it done. But one of them needs to find a compromise with the other and make this happen. We need that money. I'll accept $10 million. I'll accept that because Taylor Moton is not worth the contract that he is being paid. Period. Now, I understand you have to have high-paid offensive linemen. I get that. They're valuable. I get that. That's why I'm not arguing with the $20 million that we paid for. Who was it? You know, let me see. We got Neiman for cheap. See, $4 million. See, for the value that we're getting for him. But I'm not arguing with the $20 million that we paid Hunt. That's why I'm not arguing with it, because I understand guys like these are valuable. Let's look at some of these numbers, you know, up here for the more valuable guys. They get up into the 17s, the 20s. You know, I'm not arguing with that at all. My point is, Taylor Moton does not play like that to receive that type of value. The cap hit is $27 million. That's way too much. It needs to be restructured. So, Taylor, if it's you, bro, please be a team player. Please. We really need your help right now. You know? Back in the day, Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis both took cap hits to help us out because they recognized we needed that money to finish the building process. That year in 14, that offseason of 14. Now I'm asking you to do the same thing, sir. Help us out with year one. We'll make sure you're paid enough, to satisfy your goals and everything else. But we need your help. We can't do this without you. So I'm appealing to you again. Please be a team player. With all the love in the world to all these players, man. I recognize y'all just want to chase the bag sometimes, man. But sometimes it ain't about the bag. It's about the team too. So, and I respect the hustle, man. Get your bag, But at a certain point, how much are these guys actually worth versus how much they're getting paid? That's what's not acceptable. Now, I want to see 2025. Who's going to be available? Cam Robinson. Let's see. Austin Corbett for 8.7. Okafor. I mean, while we're here, why not? Let's look at him. Royce Newman. Greg Van Roden, $2 million. We might get lucky and get Greg Van Roden back. Who knows? But I mean, this is not a friendly list here. Commanders will probably re-sign Cosme. Dennis Daly is okay. I'd be interested in Dennis Daly if he popped up. That's not too bad. Brady Christensen, we've got to resign. That's a must. Cameron Irving, do we really want to trust him right now? I don't know. If we're desperate, Cameron Irving would be acceptable for a little bit longer. Michael Jordan's trash. Patriots can keep it. Let's see. And I say that loosely because of the fact that I'm talking about their playing ability on the field. I'm not talking about them as a person. I'm talking about their playing ability when I say that player is trash. So, just to clarify, I don't want people to get the wrong idea. Let's see. I mean, a lot of these names I don't recognize, but that's a lot of names for next year. You see my point? That these are names that are going to pop up, and we've got to be ready, with our 15 mil. So, if we wait too long, we're going to miss out on a lot of this. So, as of right now, Austin Corbett, Brady Christensen, those are the two I want us to focus on. Austin Corbett's contract is void after that year. This year, 8.7 per year. I mean, yes, I do recommend re-signing him, but in what capacity? how we're going to determine that is what's going to happen this year. How does he do this year? Then we'll decide what to do with Corbett. Brady Christensen. We have to re-sign this man. 1.2. If we can get him for like 1.5, I'm down. He's got to stay. That is our utility man in the depth chart right now. Him and Cade Mays both. If Cade Mays can get healthy, comes back, keep him signed here too. We can't afford to lose either one of those two. Those are our main two building blocks. Now, let's take a look at cap space. Show you what we're doing with. There's the 6.1, like I said. Third to last. You know, third to last in cap space. I keep telling you. The funny thing is the Falcons are 3.5 and they refuse to fix the offensive line. That's why they're going to continue to fail. The Niners, even with all of this nonsense going on, still have 51.9. How? I don't know. You got the Commanders sitting at 36.8. That's a lot of cap room, folks. That's dangerous. They could do a lot with that, with Scott Fitterer in charge. I don't like that. Now, moving on down to the Jaguars, 25.3. Keep an eye on that. Jaguars have been building. Lions, consistent playoff contenders, 42.6. And the Raiders have been stagnant, 34.4. If they would spend a little bit more of that money, I think they could build a little bit more and cross that threshold. But they haven't done it. Let's see. Bears, 21 mil. They're sitting right in the middle, not doing much. You wonder why. Okay, so you've got the Chiefs who have been spending, but they still have 17.1. Look at that. And that is even after Tillis left Kansas City. Still 17.1, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta wonder, can they pull it off again with the talent that they have? I'm not putting it past them. Vikings. Word is they just decided to start Sam Darnold. I got that word yesterday. $19 million. That is how you stay stagnant. Ladies and gentlemen, that is exhibit A of how you stay stagnant. Is Sam Darnold. They're not going anywhere this year. With all due respect to Vikings fans, you're not going anywhere. So that's a pretty good look at what's going on, cap-wise. Now, I heard a rumor that a certain quarterback is going to be a coach in the LA Chargers, Mr. Colin Kaepernick. Now, I don't know whether this is true or not, but USA Today put it out there. So typically USA Today is an official source. Keep that in mind. Fox Sports is as well. So I'm not seeing it all over ESPN yet. But those two are official sources, so keep your eyes peeled. Both have been known to print retracts, though, from time to time. So hopefully, it's just a rumor for now. We'll see. Meanwhile, a certain quarterback that I absolutely cannot stand has been practicing again to try to make a comeback, to unretire again. I think we all know who that quarterback is. And I think we all know why I hate his guts. Now, I don't understand why he's coming back. He has nothing more to prove. I don't get it. But it's just absurd. It's absurd. You know, my whole thing is like, no matter how old this dude gets, he'll come back out there 10 years later in a freaking wheelchair and they'll allow it. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's freaking Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Like, and it'll have so many doggone rules where you can't even touch his doggone wheelchair. I mean, it's so freaking stupid that it actually pisses me off to no end. But need I mention the fact that the helmet-to-helmet rule, Cam gets absolutely destroyed during the Super Bowl. The NFL does nothing. Jack, nada, nothing. Very next year, Tom Brady even gets touched on his golden perfect jersey. Helmet to helmet rule, helmet to helmet rule, helmet to helmet rule. Oh, we gotta change this. It's like, what the heck, man? Now y'all wanna change it? Now? Seriously? It's ridiculous. Oh, and guess who just made the Madden cover? CMC as a 49er. Now, I heard that news today as well. So CMC makes it as a 49er, but not as a Panther. Explain this. And the only way you can explain it is there is a bias against Carolina Panthers football. Why? I don't know. For the life of me, I don't know. It has been there for how many years now? Nobody's figured out why. Nobody's figured out how to change it. They just hate us. So we're just sitting over here like, okay, let's roll with it. Screw it. Screw what they think. Because we're about to make a comeback to our number 2. Very soon. Not this year, but we will. And we're going to show these people that we are not to be trifled with. That y'all can't just keep throwing us under the bus. Y'all can't just keep hating us. We will be unignorable. And the only way to become unignorable is to build a team correctly over a course of 2 to 3 years. Some of y'all don't want to wait that long. That's on you. But I'm telling you right now, the train is on a long-term course. If you don't want to be on it, then get off. You know where the door is. But if you're willing to wait and be patient, stay on the train. Take a seat. It may not be first class right now, but take a seat. It's going to get better. They're pumping money into the train. They're making it better. It's gonna be much better by the end of the road. I promise. Now, Cap Space 2025. Let's see. Let's see if they're telling the truth. 19.2. Okay. So we're better than I thought. Alright. So with that being said, your base salary cap is about 260 million. Excuse me. So the interesting thing is you got the Ravens, Bills, Buccaneers, Texans, Seahawks, Dolphins, 49ers, Browns, and Saints in the red next year. So I just wanted to point that out. 2026, we're in the top 10. 146.7. Now that can change in 2 years' time. But it looks nice right now, right? Okay, cool. Team spending history. Let's take a look at that. Now I want you guys to see how much we have been spending over this time period. Look at all these expenditures, guys. Look at this. That is absurdly ridiculous. I mean, I don't need to tell you. This list goes on forever. And if you want a winning team, you have to spend money. That is true. But the amount we spent on some of these players, that's what I want you to look at. Okay, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, we don't have a problem there. It's up into the teens. That's where we need to start paying attention. Cameron Irving, you know, Von Bell cost us 13 though. Captain Munner with 13. You know, it's these types of things right here. Sam Darnold cost us 23.6. We started moving up. Teddy Bridgewater cost us 31 mil. You know, these are the ones that are scary because when we were not doing anything, these numbers killed us right in this area. This is what I'm talking about. Michael Oher, absolutely. We paid these guys, they did their jobs. But it's the people that failed to do their jobs. That's where we got a problem. Pat F at 8.2. Gerald McCoy, $8 million. Where is he now? You got Stephon Gilmore, 6.1. Can't re-sign him. You see my point? $6 million for Andy Dalton did nothing at all for us. XL already hurt. Rookie contract at 5.8. Cotchery is amazing. Some of these guys deserve to be signed for this much. Some of them deserved. a little more money than they got. But point being, this is a lot to pay these guys and getting nothing out of it. Mike Rivers, $3.4 million, guys. 3.4. This man cost us a Super Bowl. We paid him $3.4 million. I don't need to tell you that this crap's got to stop. We just paid a guard $100 million. $100 million, guys. That's not cheap. We could solve our offensive depth problem with 25% of what he got paid. Just $25 million, we could solve our offensive depth problem. We could put that into a valuable center. We could put that into somebody that could be a rotational piece like Brady Christensen and Cade Mays. But what do? We paid this guy $100 million. This is the crap that is costing us and shooting us in the foot. Why are we doing this? Who knows? But we're back to this circle again. And we're circling the wagon. And I don't like it. Alright, so back to Bryce Young. Bryce Young was throwing some interceptions in practice today, supposedly. And I think just give him some time. Just give him some time. It's not been an easy transition process for him or any of these people in this team. We're trying to get fundamentals figured out. We're trying to get everything, established and in place in the first year. That takes time, that takes patience, that takes execution, that takes a lot of frustration, a lot of anger, but it does get done. All right, so Bryce is connecting with people. He has chemistry with people. Awesome. But he's got to work on his rhythm and timing and get that ball a little bit down. And as far as the interception passes, I feel like those were high balls. And the secondary was ready to take advantage of that. He's going through his reads. He finds guys in rhythm and timing. Not to say he wasn't on time. It's probably too on time sometimes last year, just because of the way that he sees the game. He can see coverage. He can see things processing quicker than a lot of guys. Okay. And that's talking about Thielen. Thielen talking about Bryce Young, I believe. Yes. Yes. Okay. So we had full pads, segments with the ball, drills in particular game situations. They aren't tackling the ground. High tempo session in advanced week, except for the quarterbacks working against the Jets. We got it after today. Short yardage, goal line periods. Okay. Aggression and the physical nature of the play were there, which is fantastic. Challenge the guys. How did they respond? It was great. responding fine to the ball in all phases, both sides, offense, defense, and special teams. It always means a lot when guys respond to a challenge. They really showed me something about the group. Okay, cool. And that's good that they're challenging each other. It's really good. Shows healthy growth. That's what we're looking for. I don't really care about Eddie. Eddie will be alright. I'm not worried about him. Right, the Camp Confidential. Is that the trailer for it? Okay. If that's the trailer, we'll go ahead and run that right now. Let's take a look.
Excited to wake up on these days. You're excited to get back to work. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's work. One, two, three. Breathe in and settle down. Hey, hold on.
We have to be able to practice hard.
Come on, baby.
We have to be able to bring everything we got between the whistles. Finish well.
Come on, baby.
Okay, that's going to be us.
Bring everything that you got. And hold up. What did you just say?
Come on, baby.
Okay, that's going to be us.
Pro Bowl. You need that Pro Bowl. When we go to the locker room.
We have to be able to bring everything we got between the whistles.
Bring everything you got between the whistles. All right.
Finish well.
Finish well. Okay. And that's something that we need to establish. We need to finish well. We didn't do that last year. This coming year, that's something that is going to be a focal point. So very good. Yeah, this is the trailer for it. Did they release the full episode, or is this just the trailer out? That's what I need to know.
Come on, baby.
Okay, that's going to be us.
Pro Bowl. You need that Pro Bowl. When we go to the locker room, we're brothers.
Go! I mean, we got a fresh opportunity to go out and do something special.
Go, back!
This is who we're going to be on defense. Hit everything that moves.
Hit everything that moves. Okay. And you saw a little bit of that during the Patriots game. Hit everything that moves.
Good grab! Hey, let's go! Every play's got to
This
feel
is
like
the
a
trailer.
game. If we want to be that team, you got to have that. Good start.
So they're running practices like they're in a game. That I love, because that's something we never used to do. And we're finally starting to run our practices like they should be run. You know? Right. The whole video or just the trailer? That's what I was asking. Is the whole video out, or is it just the trailer that's out?
Let's go!
Okay. That is that's the trailer. Thoughts on that, chat? What do y'all think? Let me know. The whole video's out? Okay. We'll see if we can react to it. I'll see what I can do. We got a lot of content to get through. Stanley gets a chance to weigh in on big picture topics. He mentioned that he needed a physical practice like Sunday to get ready for the season, but he stopped well short of saying he needed to play in a preseason game. No, I don't think so. That's not a decision. I don't think that's what you could tell. The coaches have a very clear plan, right? His next step in the plan, move the ball. A lot of situations are very clear plan of today look like it's just roll the ball out there and play football. It's just trying to simulate real football. Okay. So we're just trying to simulate real football. You learn a lot about wide receivers, not whatever that is, because it won't let me see the word on the chat. Sorry. Oh, not gonna lie. Gotcha. I had to scroll up a little. Good. So we learned a little bit about the wide receivers. All right, cool. Looking forward to that. We're gonna plan and accomplish it. Okay. $15 of the teams in the NFL chose to start their starting quarterbacks. But of the 30 teams, we did not play our starters. And I don't think it was necessarily just protecting our quarterback. I think there's more to it. Because if it's just protecting our quarterback, this dude took so many hits last year. He's basically built like a train. And I don't understand why, with that mindset that you're going to go into preseason, and just protect him like he's the golden goose, he needs the reps just like everybody else. The way I would approach this is play the starters in the first quarter, regardless of what position they are, of every preseason game, and take them out as needed. If you feel like these players are ready to go for the regular season, they don't need the reps, take them out. There's no need to risk their injury any further, at that point. But if you are that concerned about injuries, then most of these guys don't have an injury history until, halfway through training camp. So my whole thing is, if the player doesn't have injury history, what are we doing? What are we really accomplishing here when they need the reps? So put them in, let them get their reps, and then say, okay, we feel like Thielen's ready. We feel like Chuba is ready. We feel like, let's say, for example, Ja'Tavion Sanders is ready. Take him out. There's no need to risk putting him in there for a future injury, after the first quarter. Once they've gotten their reps, then you say, okay, the rest of this game is for everybody else. Who do we feel confident about? Who do we not feel confident about? Who needs the reps? Who doesn't? Then it becomes about preparation and evaluation. at that point. Who still needs to be evaluated? And if they don't need to be reevaluated, take them out. It's that simple. I don't see why this is a big deal. I don't see why this is a problem. Josh Neiman, still on the pup list. And how much did we pay this dude again? I think it was on here. Yeah, we paid Neiman $4 million, right? I'm not seeing them. All right. Either way, I think it was $4 million. Okay. Let's talk about Chandler Zavala for a second. Chandler Zavala got another good day of work with the ones. Damian Lewis is out for personal reasons. All right, so Chandler Zavala would be the next person in line after Damian Lewis. That's if we're understanding this correctly. As your rotational piece. The dude is not a rotational piece. He's a tackle. We haven't tried him out anywhere else. Jack Anderson was out there for his first practice since he was signed. He took reps at both center and guard. Okay, so Jack Anderson, we're trying to find that next multi-tool, right? That's Swiss Army, next Swiss Army of our depth pieces. They think they have something in Jack Anderson, which is why he got signed. We will see. You know, this is yet another one. We will see. I personally like Mr. Ricky Lee. That's just me. I've taken a look at him on Monday and Tuesday, and I like what I saw. I think that dude has the potential to do what we're looking to do. I believe I got that name correct. Did I not? Like I said, it's late night. I've got a lot on my brain. So I may have gotten that correct. I may not have. Yeah, Ricky Lee. I like Ricky Lee a lot. North Carolina A&T product, 6'5", 289. 2 years in the system. Yeah, he can do it. He can match what we want. I really liked Bandara from LSU. I probably mispronounced that name. I apologize for butchering it if I did. 6'7", 320-pound guy. Big guy. Been around the league a year. Both looked really good in O-line drills on Tuesday of last week. Now, what they look like this week, I don't know. That's what I wanted to see. Because if training camp was in Sparta, I got to be able to take a look at it. But unfortunately, I've only got the 2 days, thanks to Mr. Tepper. So it is what it is. let's see. Also on the 11th, Mevis was cut. Camp observations, Bryce Young takes some chances, showing comfort. You know, secondary victims. The secondary players looking real good. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The defensive depth looks great. We're in the green in that area. I'll say that for sure with confidence after that Patriots game. I think it looks great. That's just my take on it. Maybe you guys have a different one, but I like it. Jordan Matthews. Brooks on learning the playbook, learning from Hubbard to stay patient. So if you guys are interested in Brooks, there it is on the website. I'm not going to spend time on that because he's not relevant at the moment. He's still on the injured list. Roster moves. We made a change in the defensive backs yesterday. We signed Rudy Ford. We then released Quayton Isbell, another camp body. So, defensive end Kimoko Turi, my bad, was released off IR. Isbell had 2 stints with the Panthers, first coming up as an undrafted free agent following the April 2024 draft and the second in training camp. Ford, drafted in the 6th round by the Cardinals, 2017, spent 2 years in Arizona. Got traded to the Eagles. Spent 1 season as a Jaguars free agent. And 2 seasons with the Packers. In his 86 career games, Ford had 203 total tackles, 12 pass deflections, and 6 interceptions. The last 2 have come in the last 3 seasons. All right, so decent numbers. I think when you look at Ford, I think he has the potential to make practice squad. Definitely. 53, we'll see. No promises there, but possible. Also on the 14th, a lot of turnovers happening. All right, so first was a leaping interception by Shy Tuttle. Yes, Shy Tuttle, of all people. 6'3", 300 pounds. Caught a pick. Jumped into the quarterback's throwing lane. Robert Hunt tried to tackle him, but Tuttle's momentum and exuberance dragged them both into the makeshift end zone, where the entire defense was waiting to celebrate. So, I mean, yet another shining example of this defensive depth. Taking care of business. It was a clean catch. Transition right away into a ball carrier. That's excellent, man. Good for you, Shy. Shout out Shy Total on that one. Second interception came off of a 50 ball from Adam Thielen, and Troy Hill came away with it. Troy just doing what Troy does, man. That's who Troy is. I mean, I expected this from Troy. Come on, man. It's all about the ball became a mantra of sorts. The defensive coordinator ever hoping to create more turnovers in that area, despite having the fourth overall best defense in 2023, third best passing defense. Panthers struggled in turnovers. We had a -9 in turnover differential and a mere 11 total takeaways on defense, which was the worst in the league. I mean, I've been very, very pleased with the turnover creation in practices and camp so far. This has been very good. This is also a bad thing for the offense, slightly, because if the offense can figure out a way to protect the ball, we're going to have a problem. Now, if the defense continues to get turnovers at an even rate like this, that's a good sign for the defense. So I want to make that clear. The goal is a healthy balance. Deontay Johnson didn't practice for the second straight day. Groin issues. Andy Dalton was throwing and did take part in the one-on-ones. Okay. Jackson Mitchell, hamstring injury outside of Cam Gill was spotted at practice. Not a practice suspense. Clubwood cast on his hand. Let's see. Y'all can hear me okay, right? My apologies if you can't. Yeah, because my buddy's trying to sleep in the same room here, so I gotta keep it low. Mingo got things started. A deep comeback route from Young. Blackshear broke off a big run to cap the period. Offensive line flipped the field and continued their hot streak. Young put together back-to-back big plays. He found TMJ on a scramble drill on an explosive play. Okay, cool. Excellent. Okay, so the scramble plays are working really, really well for Young. But we don't want to make that the end all be all of how he does well, in training camp. Well, I'd like to see the ball come out of those situations. Sometimes we win in a rush. Sometimes it just happen. All of a sudden you got to go to the second play. Yeah, which I mean is fair. Considering our starting line and our troubles with our depth. That seems fair. So, You got the Jets coming up tomorrow. For practices. Alright. My first expectation is, first of all, turnovers. We've got to limit them on offense on the 11-on-11 drills. Secondly, I need this offense to block properly on the offensive line in depth. Third thing, I'm expecting this wide receiver route to do well against the corners. Next thing on my list is continue to create turnovers on defense against the Jets. The main goal of the entire practice is execution. Execution is everything. We don't execute, we don't succeed. And the biggest goal is keep everyone healthy. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for technique. I'm looking for discipline. I'm looking for hand placement. I'm looking for the little things when we go into this joint practice. The Jets are going to expose us a little bit. That's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a bad thing because it shows us, we are struggling with this, and this, But it's a good thing because that also exposes what we can work on. So it's a mixed bag, really, when you do joint practices. Yeah, sometimes they make you look bad. It does happen. But what did you learn? See? That's the point. What did you learn? Alright. Jonathan Mingo wanted the truth. He came to the right place. He has been working with Steve Smith. Now, I like the fact that he's working with Steve Smith. That's the best possible person you could talk to for advice if you're a wide receiver. Steve will get you on the right track. And I want all these veterans to work with all these rookies and all these second stringers, third stringers on down. Bring in the vets. Bring in the people that have done this before. Bring in the legends. At each position. Bring them in. Let them talk to each group. Let them work with each group. During practices, once training camp is over, let them work with these vets. So let's see what he learned. He knew he had to do better after his rookie year 43 catches, 418 yards. No scores. So he sought out the truth about how to get where he wanted to go. Where he wanted to go was improvement. It's a 17-game regular season. You gotta find ways to push yourself. So he says, I think about football all the time because last year was depressing. I ain't gonna lie about that. So mentally, he's not in a good spot when he goes into this conversation with Steve. Me personally, I know I could bring it to the table, so I would be thinking about football every day. How can I get better, even in my free time? I was just trying to figure out how I can get better. I don't want anybody to BS me. And yeah, I mean, Steve is not going to BS you, dude. He's going to tell you exactly how it is. All right, so what did you learn? Let's see. My opinion. Film work, breaking it down together, breaking a sweat together, working out. Okay. I think the difference this year is compared to last year's, I'll say it this way, best I can. I think the routes that he's running today, how he's running, has a lot more stable ground underneath it. Everybody thinks they're supposed to be Justin Jefferson. Yeah, like he just randomly pulled it out of the hat, just 1 year. And it's crazy how he managed to do it. So, I mean, is Mingo going to do that? No. Is any other wide receiver we have going to do that? No. But I do think it's interesting. Uh, 6'2", 220 pounds. Okay. Tax every day with a smile. That's the right mentality. I'm just trying to read through this, see if I can find anything that's good that we need to focus on. I think it just goes back to doing your job, focus, preparation, letting the other stuff play itself out. Adam Thielen. It'll come back around. Okay. So the goal is to get better. Listening to one of the best seems like a small price to pay. Yeah, I would agree. Okay, you don't want nobody to sugarcoat stuff for you. That ain't helping you out. You told me the truth, and I appreciate it for it. All right, cool. I mean, there's not much substance in that article, but if you really want to read it, you can. It's just basically Steve working with Mingo. So I think we've pretty much covered all the main issues. So let's maybe move on to uh, Shaq says we're making more progress and I couldn't be happier. Okay, cool. Defensive development. I mean, I'm pleased with the defensive development. I don't see any need to listen to that one. Jordan Matthews talks position change. Wide receiver to tight end. Do you guys want me to cover that one? Let me know in chat. Do you want me to cover Jordan Matthews? Is it worth exploring that press conference or no? Okay, Adam Thielen expresses confidence in offense. Oh, it's up to me. Okay. Dave Canales talks about physical practice. Iku talks personal involvement in the second year. Says the team ahead of joint practice. Okay, yeah. Dave Canales addresses the media after preseason open. Let's see what kind of stuff he throws out there. I haven't fully listened to this yet, so let's check it out. And we got a few videos that they put out as well. Hold on. We got no sound. Hold on. There we go.
First of all, just want to say just how excited I was. Tonight was about our first time guys, the rookies, the guys who haven't had a chance to play in the NFL. And I think what they found tonight is it's just football. And they ran, they played hard. We had some great tackling, some great hitting. We desperately need that this time of year to go full live all the way to the ground. And I mean, I'll take a look at the film and kind of see what it was, but you know, I didn't see a lot of missed tackles. I saw some really physical play from the defensive side. Offensively, played hard, played physical, but the execution just wasn't there.
Okay. The execution wasn't there. They played hard, they played physical, but the execution wasn't there. Okay. Everybody wants to come out and say, oh, he's making excuses. No, he's not. He's telling you straight from the hip. This is exactly what happened. We did not execute. He's not BSing you. Alright, so I'll get to the camp confidential. I will. That'll be what I'm doing after this.
We put ourselves behind the sticks a bunch with some pre-snap penalties, holding calls, some things like that.
Holding calls, pre-snap penalties. Okay.
That are things that we're going to have to work through. But when that happens, you know, it just makes everything so much harder. And we'd like to, you know, be able to have those downs and be able to mix things more and and sustain drives. That's something we got to do. I thought the kicking units covered great. It was really fun to see the kick return and just the possibilities of what that can become. And again,
Dude, the kickoff system was garbage. Why not just come out and say it? It's XFL kickoffs. Okay? Come on, just say it. Just say it. Just be honest. Come on, Matt. This is where he's BSing. Right here. This is it. Because the kicking system is complete trash. I don't even know why the NFL decided this was a good idea. Their main goal was to try to prevent injuries, yet you're starting to create more injuries by doing it this way. I don't get it. See, the NFL is like the government. Just stop. Don't get involved. Just stop. You've done enough. You've done enough, dude. The NFL does not need a babysitter. Leave stuff alone that is working. If this is what these kickoffs are going to become, then why even have kickoffs in the first place? Why not just start from the 35? I mean, you're eliminating jobs at that point. It's so stupid.
again, just got to tip my hat to the Patriots. They played hard as well. They played cleaner football than us. I think we had 9 penalties to their 6. So we
Cleaner football. Okay. Now, normally I would complain about the Patriots' penalties because we are playing in Foxborough. But this is a different year. Bill Belichick is not in charge. The refs are not trying to screw us over for once. I noticed it. You noticed it. This is not the same reffing crew. All right, so I wanted to point that out before we continue. But normally, I'd be complaining up and down at the reffing crew BSing us. I did see a couple of missed calls, but I'm not gonna throw smoke.
We gave them that advantage right there from a field position standpoint, which put a couple of points on the board for them. And just all in all, just for me, it was just a great opportunity to be able to talk to the coaches, talk to the officials, kind of have those conversations. We had a chance to replay one, which George Lee upstairs helping me with that was great. And so it was just great reps for me to just get the flow of how the communication happens and being able to work all through that.
Dave, obviously not playing your starters was a conscious decision.
Oh, yeah.
How do you evaluate the game as a whole, knowing you kind of went in shorthanded that way?
Oh, I think just valuable reps, right, for these guys. The opportunity to play this many snaps in a preseason game for the guys that were up for this game it's invaluable. And Jack Plummer getting out there, and had a rough night. But it was just it's his first NFL game, and hopefully we'll get to the point where we can show him the film and just kind of show him, hey man, just trust your preparation, trust your timing from practice, and just to stay composed as the game goes along, because he was able to put a good drive together. But then we had the grounding penalty that kind of kicked us out of that advantageous field position that we had. So I just love the opportunity it gives for a lot of the guys for us to evaluate them.
Okay. So, there's a lot to dissect here. First of all, the question was why we didn't play the starters. He dodged that one like the Matrix. He just said, oh, no, it's not about the starters. It's about our depth chart. It's about giving our depth chart more time. Okay, well, how does that prepare the starters for the regular season? You got to give them time. Otherwise, they're not going to be well enough prepared. All right, secondly, you're going to start talking about Jack Plummer. Mr. Plummer, who had a rough day. Okay, half of that was the offensive line. Let's be real here. Half of that was the offensive line being pure trash, which we kind of expected because our depth is pure trash right now. So let's be real about that. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's not lie about it. Let's be real. The offensive line was garbage. I'm not going to give this man excuses. This is a reason. Not an excuse, a reason why half of his play was garbage. The other half was all Jack. Let's be real and call it what it is. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, he had a rough day, but that was not totally his fault. Give him some breathing room, because I believe that Jack is Teddy Bridgewater 2.0 when given the opportunity to perform. He's a game manager. He can throw short, he can throw medium. He can occasionally throw long when you need him to, but he's a game manager and he delivers the ball on time and in the right way. I saw that personally on the 6th when I was up in Charlotte. I saw it with my own two eyes, and my own two eyes do not lie to me. This man does have the potential. The more I watched him on that Tuesday, the more I said, this is Teddy Bridgewater 2.0. I kept seeing it, I kept seeing it, I kept seeing it. I'm like, okay, it's time to put the identity on. You know what I mean? It's time to put the identity to the player. And that's what I saw. I'm not going to hide it from y'all. I'm not going to BS you. That's what I saw. So let's not act like Jake Plummer is one of the most garbage quarterbacks out there just because, oh, you guys want to find something to hate on him for. Just because of his performance in one preseason game. Okay, first of all, it's a preseason game. Second, it doesn't count. Guys, it doesn't count. These stats, these numbers, they don't count. You're arguing over nothing. Secondly, this dude's got the talent. You might not see it now, but once we build that offensive line and we get things underway, he will show it to you. Promise. He will. Be patient with the man. Give him another chance. I'm not saying he deserves number 2 right now. That honor goes to Jake. Jake actually played himself into the number 2 role. Barely, but he did. In my opinion, Jake deserves that number 2 spot. But if Jack was playing well enough, it would be a battle. And I think Jake would win. Based on the fact that Jack can't throw that deep ball. Jake can. Inaccurately. So, that's the difference between the two. That's the difference between a game manager and a game changer. Jake is a game changer. He's evolving into that second string quarterback role that we think he deserves. So, am I ready to give up on Jack? No. But do I have faith in Jake? Yes. I've had faith in Jake from the very start of the series and the evaluation process. So yes, I will continue to put my faith in Jake. But am I ready to be done with Jack? No. So then, to finish this out, he alludes to the fact that he goes back to the refs. He talks about the referee penalties. Okay, yes, we know about that. That has nothing to do with this situation. Let's stick to what's relevant, please.
That advantageous field position that we had. So I just love the opportunity it gives for a lot of the guys for us to evaluate them.
You've got the Jets coming in next week.
Yeah.
How much do you weigh those snaps versus getting your regulars into a game?
Well, the practice, the joint practice is going to be a fantastic opportunity. You know, we're going to still have to evaluate, you know, because of just sheer numbers, we have to evaluate who we want playing in this game, you know, because we finished with 5 offensive linemen in this game. I got to tip my hat to those guys up front, just hanging in there for the whole second half, and some of them played the whole game. So, again, invaluable reps to kind of feel some of the different parts of our system and the different calls. But I love those guys for doing that, for being able to just hang tight and work through it all the way.
Did something happen to Cade along the way? I didn't hear
Yeah, Cade had a little bit of a shoulder injury. They're still checking that out and evaluating it. We'll have more information real soon.
Again, he dodged the question. He didn't answer it. It's frustrating. I'm a little concerned about that. But let's continue.
How much did that impact things? I mean, even with everybody healthy, you went into that game with 7 offensive linemen. That's
Yeah.
basically one fewer than you probably go into a regular season
Right.
with. How does that kind of complicate what you're able to do?
Great question. I mean, they keep rewarding it. You know, they keep pushing that button because that is the hot topic question that he just keep dodging like the Matrix here, but needs to answer. Because you don't do preseason games without starters. You just don't. These guys have to play. I don't care how scared you are of these guys getting injured. And it shows me he's just terrified of it. You know? It's one thing to be concerned about injuries, but it's totally another to be terrified of your starters getting injured. Like, come on, man. Some of these guys are not made of glass. They can go out there and they can play for a whole quarter without getting injured. I mean, really? What? If we have zero faith that these guys can come out for one quarter and stay healthy, what are we even doing? What players did you sign? What players did you get a hold of in this offseason? Like, honestly.
It does, for sure. So that's some of the conversations we're going to have as far as who plays this week.
Nash isn't active tonight.
Yeah. So Nash and his wife were having a child, so he stayed back. He stayed home to do that. I thought that was really important, you know, for him to be there, to be with his wife. Just a special moment that only come around every once in a while, and so it's for him to be able to do that was great, you know. And again, you know, just really tip of the cap for the guys that were able to kind of, you know, stand in his stead. And I thought Andrew Rame, our rookie center, came in and did a really good job down the end right there.
You had a couple guys on defense who seemed to make some plays first half, particularly Iku and Lamar Jackson. I mean,
Yeah.
could you talk about what they were able to offer on a night when it's a little bit of a mixed bag?
Yeah, no, you know, Echo, it just starts with strain. You know, he played so hard tonight, you know, and was playing physical. And again, I gotta look at the film to see what the whole story was, but the effort was there and the style of play was fantastic. Lamar made the most of the opportunities he was given, and he made some great plays for us. He had a couple of nice tackles and hits out there too, so he really showed something and showed us something about him.
Okay. So, we are now looking at Lamar Jackson as the go-to guy now that Dane Jackson is out. Okay, fair. But who is behind him in this depth chart? That is my concern. And continues to be my concern as we continue through this training camp process and this evaluation process. So let's go ahead and get into Camp Confidential. You guys wanted it, we're here. Let's do it.
We gotta be the dog for their team, bro. If you go, everybody gonna go. Ain't no superstars on their team. We all one, bro. Ain't no second team, third team. When you put on that Panther jersey, you gotta get down there and do your damn job. Quarterback running around. We can't tolerate that. Grab your man and hold him, lock him down. Do whatever it takes for not to get pressure in the backfield. You gonna let him in to hit you in the face? If I hit you in the face, you gonna bag down? Do your job, bro. Because come, another month? Some of you ain't gonna be out here. I'm just keeping it real, bro. So you got to work and get your spot, bro. Do whatever you gotta do. Like, my job ain't even secure, bro. If I don't do my I'm gone. So, bro, let's come out here tomorrow. Well, what we got?
Thursday.
And come back with that sense of urgency, bro. Be the tone setter, bro. We gotta be the one. The big dog. Break it down, bro. Let's do it, bro.
Hey, come on, man. Hey, dogs on three. 1, 2,
I
3.
like that.
There we go. There we
I like
go.
that speech.
There we go. Burst through.
I like that speech, man. He's absolutely right. You got to come out there and work. You got to be a dog. You can't be the meat. You got to be the dog. You don't work. You don't put in the effort. You're going to be the first one that leaves. Period. There ain't no second guessing. There ain't no second chances. Get it done. You know?
Shovel. At this full speed. Come off the ball. And grab. Push.
We need tempo today, okay? We need attitude, we need intentionality, and we need finish.
Attitude, intentionality, and finishing. Okay?
My name is Don Toner, and I'm the head equipment manager for the Panthers. I've been here since 1995, so this is my 30th season.
Mm-hmm.
I love being part of the organization. I love what I do, just taking care of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The Carolina Panthers will now host training camp here in Charlotte.
Football season almost here.
Thank you.
The 2024 camp will be held at the team practice facilities right outside the stadium.
The team will only have to travel just around the corner to get to their training camp facilities.
For the past 28 years, the Panthers have traveled down to Wofford College in Spartanburg, South Carolina to prepare for the season.
It is a huge difference. This year we have a lot of newness. We're excited about the facility. The grounds are great. Field looks amazing. The players are going to love it. That's the most important part. Should have a great training camp here. We'd practice in a parking lot if we'd help us to win games and bring some fun back to the city.
Now, hold on. Did y'all see the design of this VIP section here? Hold on. I gotta show y'all. Now, see, this is that VIP section I was talking about. Why do you need that? No, bro. Why do we need a VIP section at training camp? Since when do we start doing VIP in training camp? Like, this is Tepper's idiotic idea. And I don't get it. Like, what are you really getting VIP-wise that you're not getting from general admission? I don't get that. I don't understand. It's the same stance. It's just on the opposite side. What are you really accomplishing? Now, if you're giving the VIP section to YouTubers and people that actually are doing something, you know, that's one thing. But if it's just general fan tickets, what are we doing here? This is the stuff that makes no sense. This is what I've been talking about. Okay.
This year we have a lot of newness.
Look at this garbage. It's the same freaking thing. Same thing. It's the general admissions area. What's the point? What is this for? What do you get in VIP that you don't get in general admission? I don't get it. I don't freaking get it.
We're excited about the facility. The grounds are great. Field.
Go year number 12, which is crazy. It goes fast. It doesn't feel like that. I feel like I'm still a young player. I always ask my boys, like, hey, how much longer do you want me to play? And you know, my middle son said 100 more years, so I don't know if I'm gonna make that one, but I was like almost anxious last night to get going. I couldn't even fall asleep. You got 0 wins, you got 0 losses. There's so much in front of you. You don't know what's gonna happen. Every year is a new year. You have a new team, you have a new staff, new management, new culture.
It'll be a good time, ready to have some fun, man. I'm excited to get to work, man.
Feels great. We all definitely miss Wofford, miss the environment, but I'm excited for something new here.
All eyes on quarterback Bryce Young as he enters his 2nd season in the league.
And him going into that year 2, you can just see a huge difference in his mentality, his demeanor, his confidence. Excited to get around him again and start building this thing. I've always thought that the receiver room is your heartbeat. Those are your playmakers. Those are the spark. That's the momentum. I think we have those guys. I think we're starting to build that room. Mingo going into year 2, Deontay, Leggett. There's a lot of guys that can make plays, and it only takes pressure off Bryce. I think the more confidence he has in the receiver room, it allows him to kind of just play his best football and be that kind of point guard that they said when he was coming out of the draft. Every single day is like kind of your Super Bowl. So you give everything you have every single day, and then you kind of let it play out, right? Like there's so many things in football, and why I love football so much, because it's so relatable to life, right? There's so many things that are out of your control. For me, it's just focusing on those things that I can control. That's what's so great about training camp, is you really start to find out what kind of team you are.
If you're one of those guys that can get the ball out, you will be on this team. Offensively, receivers turning into the ball carrier, quarterbacks, ball security, get it out quickly, right? Our pass protection, it all starts up front. How you do anything is how you do everything. Finish well. Ready to get to work? Yeah. All right, here we go.
So today being the first day of camp, we're gonna do a conditioning test. So it kind of just gives us a glimpse of where our guys are at. We utilize the heart rate monitors. Start making our way to the sideline, fellas. Here we go.
It's Andrew Altoff, it's Jeremy, it's the whole entire strength staff, echoing the messaging of our program.
Incredible. Ooh. Ah! You good? What up, man? You good? I'm great.
To love the guys, be excited about the work.
What up, brother? You good? You're good, I'm good, man.
You know, so having that mentality of another opportunity to improve our team.
So you're gonna wear this on your lower back. We're gonna put your GPS in here. It'll give us ground contact times, hip height, hip lock. We'll use it to make a whole profile for you. We'll create a baseline. Yeah.
Interesting. So they measure a bunch of stuff, stats-wise, you know, with that. Okay. That caught my attention right there. All right, let's continue. Let's see what this does.
Yo, great to see everybody again. Ready to get back to work. conditioning test wise, just pay attention. 40 yards in 6 seconds. I will give you a 10 seconds. I'll say skill combo, whistle. Go on the whistle. All right, here we go.
This is what I was talking about on that media truck. This media trailer. Look at this thing.
Yo, great to see everybody again. Ready
Let's
to get
do
back
this
to
media
work?
trailer one more
Conditioning
time.
test wise, just pay attention. 40 yards in 6 seconds. I will give you a 10.
All right, so you got like, if you're a media person, you got these two windows here. You got the doors here. You got the windows on the other side. These two windows. That's it. That's literally all they're giving these media people to look out here and watch the team. Like, that's so stupid, dude. Like, if you have claustrophobia, if you have media equipment, that box is going to be a trap for you. It's a death trap for you. That's why I don't like that. Anyway, let's continue.
10 seconds. I'll say skill combo, whistle. Go on the whistle. All right, here we go.
On this iPad, I'll have GPS.
10 seconds, 10.
It'll give us how fast they're running, how much they're running, how it's affecting them from the heart rate.
Skill combo.
Interesting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skill combo.
Come on, get up.
Good job, baby, good job. Skill combo. 1, 2, 3. Get out and go a little bit. Everybody pretty good?
Yeah. Hey, come in at the time.
Halfway, that's 5.
Focus on in between, because I can see your heart rate.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's better.
Finish through now. Finish through.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Water up.
Hey, you look good. Hey, Phil. If you can get this back down to a blue, that'd be money. Like while you're stretching. Yeah, you got it. See, breathe as you stretch, right? Breathe, get it back down. Big breath in, just like the box breathing we did on the sideline.
I thought that was good. I just want to see where the heart rates are.
Bryce Young, obviously, he came in good shape. Adam Thielen is up there as well. Those guys were in really good shape.
We saw that last year, too, I remember. It's hard to get Bryce stressed.
Yes,
That kind of
yeah.
stuff.
Deontay is going to run it at a faster speed than a couple of the other guys, just for what his body can handle.
I mean, just Deontay himself is just a smooth, efficient mover. He doesn't waste a lot of energy with excess movements that he doesn't need to do. He's just really efficient in everything he does.
So they're measuring the heartbeat. They're measuring the ability to calm yourself down, and just breathe during these exercises. All right, cool. Interesting.
Trains himself hard in the off season. Comes in ready to go.
I heard
As we
something
build our
about them
offense,
doing something.
we really try to feature someone. And for us right now, where's Deontay Johnson at?
Let's get it. Let's work. I want to go out there and get open and make my plays. Continue to work, continue to bring my best effort, my best attitude each and every day. She said it's supposed to rain like this all day. It's supposed to rain like this all day. Really? Yeah. They said like 10%, whatever that means.
It doesn't actually mean that there's a 10% chance it's going to rain. It means that 10% of the area is going to be covered in rain.
Yep. That's what it is, folks. Shout out Donna B. How you doing? Yep, I am up.
No, I'm not.
Let's do this.
That's just what I had heard.
I ain't never know that.
I always
10% of the area. So when you say 100%, that means everybody getting wet.
That means the whole city. You got no chance.
Hey, you know we got one-on-one today. You know we got ones today.
We ain't got no pads on.
Yeah.
Y'all got the advantage. We still gonna strap up. We still gonna
Do you think?
You know, Deontay just a tough cover in general. You know, I had a chance to match up with him my second year when Pittsburgh came here. And, you know, he's just a tough cover, slippery guy. You get in and out of his breaks real good. So, you know, we'll see when the games start on Sundays.
Break up, what?
What you want to do is come straight down your stem, and then he's right here, right? And then it's like, boom.
I feel like he was like already on me when
I know that's perfect, because then you just come right back. If you go like this now, you go like this and it's out here, he can kind of grab your arm.
Right.
Mindset is like, I'm coming straight back down my stem.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I thought you ran a good route.
Okay.
I thought you did everything right.
Yeah.
You just, you know, it just takes
stronger at the catch point.
Contact. Yeah.
I try to learn from everybody. I feel like they gravitate towards me in certain aspects, and I try to tell them what they could work on as well. So we feed off each other. Yes, sir. Good grab, boy. Good grab, boy, but don't get so wide. Huh? Don't get so wide. Yeah. Attack his leverage, though. Hit him where he at.
Attack his leverage. Hit him where he's at. I like that. You know, they're talking about technique. They're talking about your stance. They're talking about your hands, where they should be, ball placement. You know, are you in a position to be able to knock the ball down? Are you in a position to be able to do this or that? You know, or is your stance too wide? You know, and these are techniques. They're important that they go through every day. You got to know exactly what you're supposed to be doing, how you're supposed to be doing it. If you're not executing that at a high level, you're going to get burnt. It's that simple.
I just feel like practice going for you.
We straight right now. 7 on 7, I thought was a good period. Had a good start, but you got to finish on. We still got either 2 or I think we got 2 more in a couple.
No, we got 2 minutes after this.
Not after this.
Yes, we do. How much you want to bet?
It's not team 3.
We got 2 minutes.
We got team pass. Bro, we went over the script last night. It went team run, team pass.
You think I remember
team 3.
each block?
That's why I'm here, gang. Don't worry about it, bro.
We're going to see, bro.
You know, offensively, what a great day to deal with a little bit of rain, you know, to deal with a little bit of weather.
Just look it in, bro. You good? Look it in. We gotta execute better as an offense too. Like, man, bro, we gotta. If ones, bro, we gotta. You can't be settling for that, bro.
There's your boy Troy getting that pick right there. And Shaq over here saying, "Oh, we can't settle. We can't settle." Hey, man. Tell him, Shaq. Stop settling. Do your thing, man. Take care of business.
I don't like that, bro. Offense, offense. Oh, bring it up. Offense.
Hey, this is not a scolding. This is just my little observation from today. There's no urgency, right? Every play has got to feel like a game. Just have a little bit of urgency every time you come out here. And if we want to be the team that every single person I know wants to be in this huddle right here, if we want to be that team, you got to have that out here, because then you get to the game and it's wired.
We got to be the ones that separate from the rest of each and every group out here. We got so much talent, we shouldn't be settling for not getting first downs and moving these sticks. If we want to be the best, we got to act like it and move like it when we on this field. At the end of the day, on Sundays, we got to be the group to lead the team in the offense, bro. Keep feeding off each other, keep working, bro, and we can go far, bro. Break this down. Receivers on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Facts.
Let me get some of these releases.
That's Deontay Johnson. There you go.
I would have got that dig you ran.
What? Nah, it was a skinny.
What, like a skinny post?
Yeah. You thought you would try to slip.
You're right. You're right.
Would have been beat.
Change numbers and stuff, man. Deontay, you man, talk your stuff, man. Talk your stuff. Tell them. Can't be settling. Oh.
I prefer not to let you get your hands on me. I can't let you apply pressure first.
Yeah.
If I beat your hand up, you know what I'm saying? It's tough for you to recover. Let's get one more. Yeah, one more.
It's true. The man's learning
Pro
something.
Bowl, you need that Pro Bowl.
Look at that. Look at that. The man's learning. Technique is everything.
Good morning, Charlotte. Welcome aboard. It's time to do this thing, y'all. We are back together Saturday. Practice in the stadium. It's the one practice in Charlotte that's not over there at the practice fields.
Hey, I'm trying to get some
not able to
releases.
make it.
You got to go to one-on-ones, right? You want to get some one-on-one releases? Yeah. Let's do it. DY. Don't be throwing double moves today, bro.
No problem.
We know the fans here, but like.
That's what you going to on Sunday? That's what you worried about? Is a double move?
Yeah, I know what Dan is.
We go one-on-one. You
Yeah.
get it 10.
Oh yeah, one-on-ones. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
You got a deep third.
Slant fade. Get in your Odell bag.
Yes, sir. Honestly, that's what I'm working on in camp. I wanna get
That yak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I just wanna get used to it.
Yeah. For sure. Let's do it.
He wants to get that yak. Yes, sir. That's what I like to hear, man. That's what I like to hear right there. He wants the yak. Y'all know how I feel about that stat, man. Over here, y'all know how I feel about that. Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Let's do it, brother. Let's do it, baby.
Let's get it. Get that yak. Oh.
I ain't playing though. Not over here. That field I play.
Oh.
Not with you, buddy.
Got a little bit of heat going on between these two.
Slants don't count.
Alright. Oh!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Look at these pass deflections,
Oh yeah.
bro. Look at these.
Ooh. Here we go.
Don't be holding it right here.
I'm about to.
Oh!
Get that the fuck out of here. Yeah. Hey, ref, no flag. No flag.
I love it. I love it, dude.
Already begging. Ref, don't listen to that shit. You trying to get him in your pocket. He ain't see it.
I seen it. That's what he told me.
Hey, I really thought you was going to Hezo. That route guy, motherfucker.
No, you at press.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Good dang. Trap up over there. It's AD. Let's go break that bitch down, Shaq.
Hey, let's go, man. Hey, badass D on 3. What?
Badass D. Alert tunnel. Nothing. Hey, flea flicker. Hey, way to protect that shit, boo. Hey, no. Hey. Oh, yeah, we flying. We flying. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, Dane. That nigga last overall. Come on, man.
These corners are starting to live up to the expectations
that's
that
a good
we want, man.
Yeah, that's a shot.
Look at these corners right now. I'm starting to get a little bit more confidence in these corners after watching this.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
I'm starting to like this.
Yeah, hell of a shot. I got you. I got the tub. Yeah. Hey, his flag don't work over there.
I got a really. What? Oh, that's you, bro. That slow boy.
Max, it's chill, it's subtle. See, everybody else be doing it wrong. They get up and like you can't. You just gotta. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that is just like the little. I pulled that out of college, out of Pittsburgh Auburn, and to the student section, just hit one of them. That's hard. Then what I do?
What's up, fellas? What's up, fellas? Good to see everybody. Good to have everybody back in the building, back in the room. Get this thing going. I think we have a great group here, great group of guys, not only football players but men. I respect the hell out of you guys. It's not an easy job, but it's a fun job, and the bond that you guys can have with your teammates and make with your teammates can be something special. So have fun, man. Have fun. Enjoy the journey. Take it one day at a time. Do it together. Be the type of teammate who makes others better when they're around you. Some people are subtractors and some are multipliers. So be a multiplier. So I would take that with you every day. Be a multiplier. Be your brother's keeper, right? This game's too hard. There's too many people coming at us from the outside. Have each other's back, man. Have each other's back. Make each other better. Compete. Have fun. Enjoy the journey. Appreciate it, guys.
Reno's finest.
Appreciate that. Proud of Pasadena. Did you ever fix that window from last time we were golfing? Did they ever caught you? Yeah, they get you? Oh, I know. Did you fix that window yet?
All right, great spirited day, right? First day of pads, guys are getting after each other. You know, great teachable moments right there, right? We're towing the line, we're pushing each other.
It's chaos always day one of pads. Everyone's running around. It's like that first scene of like the longest yard. When they get the pads on, they're just like, What do we got here?
I got a mic on. I just want you to know. Now you about to hear me breathe for the next hour and a half.
Just do nothing but breathing.
Getting warmed up, baby.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I just want y'all to know I got a mic on.
You too?
I just feel obligated not to tell y'all that.
You too?
You got one on too? Oh. We might as well hang out today. Nobody want to talk to us anyway.
Throw that hand. Make him think about that hand. He wants to chop it, boom, here comes your other hand.
Don't be afraid to get all the way there. Yeah, don't be afraid. Yeah. You just better control that. You gotta throw his ass back.
Hey, big guys, big guys.
It's time to play football. Everybody understand. Turn your piss on, make it hot, and let's get done.
Ooh.
Let's get it.
Hey guys, wake up. It's time to go.
Iron sharpens iron. We make us. If you bring your best and your opponent brings their best, then our whole play elevates. That's the mentality we want.
I know y'all heard that right there. Iron sharpens iron. You play your best. Your opponent plays your best. Iron sharpens iron. It's the mentality. That's a beautiful mentality. I like it, Matt. I like it.
Cadence, right? I want just full speed. Come off the ball. Are we good? Let's roll.
Can I execute at my best ability, at my highest level, come out and try to beat the guy across from you?
Shot.
We're back. Just make sure we're getting our feet in the ground. Pad level, day one premium, right? Oh, nice.
When they highlight that, just throw it on your head.
Oh, go in. Oh! What a catch! That's not a bad taste in your mouth. It's always, day one of pads. It's always just you guys dominate when we're in.
Nice catch.
Just jerseys. We can't really hold you guys yet, so Now we got some pads to hold on to. It's not walk through and you got your helmet on calling plays and I'm just going no helmet against you. It's like, no thanks. Stay inside your technique every single play. Let your finish speak. Get some movement, why don't we? Hey, 5 down. Hey, Kurt. Texas.
We got to have the hitting. We got to have guys fitting up blocks the right way. We got to have the physical nature of our play.
You track 45, you sort 47.
It gets competitive out there. We leave it out here. We're still family at the end of the day.
We're going full speed, take advantage. Find your opportunities to make it a game rep.
He said, find your opportunities to make a game rep. He says, create them. Find them. Not sit there. Don't be stagnant. Create it. Don't be lazy. Don't let it come to you. Create it. Create your game rep. I think that's so important right there. That line right there. Let's go.
On both sides of the ball, we compete, so we have each other's back. When we go to the locker room, we're brothers.
Pull our guys away. Don't give the opponent anything. We can't give them free yards.
Okay. That was the supposed play that everybody was talking about, right? Let's take a look at that again. Okay. That's just Shaq being Shaq. And
On both sides of the ball, we compete, so we have each other's back. When we go to the locker room, we're brothers.
Pull our guys away. Don't give the opponent anything. We can't give them free yards.
Hey, here we go, in the huddle. Hey, in the huddle, Ick.
That's icky.
Just really good, teachable moments right there as we start to get a little bit, pushy and shovey at the end of some plays there.
Huddle up. We're good. We're in the huddle.
We got a fresh opportunity to go out and do something special. It sucks to go 2-15. You got to come in and go to work every single day with that hanging over your head, and it is what it is. But you got to go out and do your job.
Easy now. Don't reach for him. Don't reach
strong ass guard throwing me around.
Easy. So angry, Josie. So angry.
I wasn't that angry.
Everybody is angry. That guy's
Honestly,
just
honestly, I'm way worse. The first couple years I was in the league, I'm just chilling out. I'm not trying to catch flights.
You guys are good drive.
He's 7. Oh, okay.
Bus to Clemson on Thursday, which is roughly
Oh,
2 hours
hold
or
on.
more. So, what bus ride you been on? Ride the bus to Clemson.
The first couple years I was in the league.
Start throwing me around.
Take it easy.
Okay. 3. Gotcha.
So angry, Josie.
I just want to see who that
So
was.
angry.
All right. Let's continue.
On the campus of Clemson University, this was the very beginning for the Carolina Panthers. It brings us to a new beginning, represented by head coach Dave Canales.
What a fantastic town. I mean, just arms wide open, receiving us down here to see a place that operates around purpose, around mission. It was really inspiring for me just as we, put this team together and to kind of see the bigger mission of connecting all the Carolinas with our football team.
And we have 43 new faces. But what increases their opportunity is now our field general is new as well, and he understands exactly what his assignment is.
Clemson is such an incredible town. And, there's so much love there. There's so much welcoming. And just overall, it's just special. There's no way to really describe the energy and the passion and the feeling that you get when you walk into Clemson. It's different. It's different, y'all. It's a winning energy. It's a winning place. It's people full of happiness and love there. And you can feel it as you drive into the town. Even just driving into the town. Like, the first experience I had with it was, I was on a field trip with the high school team, a high school group, and we went over and we explored career opportunities, future career opportunities. As far as like what colleges we might end up going to, and Clemson just happened to be one of them that invited us to come up there. So we all went up there on the charter bus. We met some of the teachers. We met some of the people up there, and it was inspiring for me. Like, I was already a Clemson fan to begin with, due to some friends that I had, family friends. And I experienced something special in that place that day that just made me a fan for life. And it was that love that Dave Canales was just explaining to you. It was exactly that, And I want people to understand Clemson is just a different place than most of these other towns that you've experienced. Like, it's new, it's refreshing, it's championship energy. And I want this team to take that with them back to Charlotte. There's so much history on that Clemson field of success and just, team building, chemistry, all the things that we are looking to build in Charlotte have been built by Dabo and the Clemson Tigers over the time that Dabo has been a head coach down there. And the love and the passion of Clemson was way before that even in that town. He just exemplifies it, as a head coach. So to kind of explain Clemson to you, you just have to go there. You have to see it. You have to experience it for yourself. It's different, dude. It's so much different, and it's amazing. You know, even if you're a Gamecock fan, you can appreciate the love and the welcoming energy in Clemson. There's just nothing else like it in the Southeast. Nothing. And people are finally starting to understand, this is what Clemson is. So when they hosted our Panthers, man, that was a special moment for me as a fan of both. And I just kind of drank it in, man. Drank it in, and I enjoyed it. Every bit of it. Because that's not likely to happen again. For us to walk into a championship building like that, experience that energy, that love, that welcoming feeling, and say, wow, just take a breath and just look around you. You got Frank Howard's rock. You've got the championship ring up there of honor, the playoffs. You got the addition to the building, which is a playoff ring, trophy up there. That's meant to represent the national championship trophy design, and it's just, God, it's a gorgeous stadium. It's fantastic. It's an honor to be a fan of both. It really is. And, you can't walk in there without seeing that rock and just going, I'm going to give 110%. Or I'm not touching that rock. Point blank. Whether you're a Panthers player, whether you're a Clemson player, whether you're just a fan, just checking it out and appreciating it for what it is. You touch that rock, you're going to give 110% to everything you do. That's just who Clemson is. That place exemplifies Clemson. And to walk into that stadium and understand that championship energy is now reflected onto our Panthers, and they're going to take that with them to Charlotte. That's something special, guys. That's big. This team needs this in order to push themselves forward. They needed something like this. They needed to walk into a championship building. They needed to understand what championship energy feels like, what welcoming love and 110% effort feels like. So this right here is what it feels like. So what you saw on Band Day, that's exactly what it feels like. We treated that just like a regular game day. Not just as a watered down training camp day, but as a fan day. That will be remembered for years with championship energy. Let's do this.
Watching Bryce Young leading offense. He's got some second teamers. Young throws one downfield with a nice completion.
Fans brought a lot of energy today. I'm just so appreciative of the support. Everybody's showing up. It adds a little extra something to our group and what we're doing in practice. I just feel so good about the amount of work we got, the speed of play, some of the really cool things that were executed on both sides of the ball. But that's part of the fans being here and creating that extra energy, a little bit of that game day excitement. So we needed that for sure, just to get a litmus test of where we're at. Just the lights, the people, whatever it is, that extra little bit of adrenaline, we have to be able to focus in those type of settings. So I'd like to see that going forward.
And just look at this beautiful setting. It's right near the lake. It's a beautiful town. I love it. Nothing.
up this morning. Dave Canales, I'm the head coach of the Carolina Panthers. No signing bonus. Here we go. All right, got it. Rise up this morning. Okay. Smile at the rising sun. Three little birds on my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Somebody sing it out. Singing, don't worry about a thing.
Excellent episode of Camp Confidential. Looking forward to the next one. And they did a great job. Thank you for the correction on which player it was, by the way. I apologize about that. These number changes and stuff like that, I can't keep up with sometimes. It's a lot. So, but I'm very pleased. So, excuse me. All right, so October 13th is when my buddy David is going to be there at the game. So go hang out with him, go meet him. Again, that is section 121, seat 21, row 6. Go hang out with him at that Falcons game, guys. I don't think there's anything left to cover unless there's anything that you guys come up with. I'll give you guys a minute in chat. What you got for me? Anything worth talking about? Oh, Blackshear had a good run, huh? Yeah. I've got a lot of faith in Boodle. Boodle's on his way up. As I've said before, if you're a player that has not gotten his name mentioned or noticed by me, get the stepping, because this is your last shot. If you are a player that has been doing well, continue to do well, and that'll be that, you know. So, looking for positive patterns, we're going to get those, and let's see what continues to happen here. Excuse me. It is late, so I am going to call it a night. I got a lot to do tomorrow, so you may or may not see the final stream from me tomorrow. Most likely on Friday. want to thank everybody that's come in here. And shout out to everybody that's showing love and support right now. Let's see what people are saying on Facebook real quick. We got anything new here? Let's see. Also, fantasy football. We've got one spot left, and the raffle will be on either Friday or Saturday for that. I will let you guys know. For the training camp wrap-up stream, we'll be doing a raffle on stream. So if you're interested, put your comments in, put your contact info in, and let us know. The other league is not open for joining yet, so I'll let you guys know when that happens. Okay, we are just about to wrap this thing up. All right. And honestly, it's nothing to panic about. You know what? Looking at that 7-3 score, it's nothing to panic about. Just stay focused, you know? Let's come back. Let's take care of business. And let's develop our players, you know? Let's get it going. Looking forward to seeing what we come up with. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Remember that. So we will continue to be in here. We will continue to do what we do. We will stay healthy, happy, and well. And we will keep pounding. Shout out to Black Poppy, David Screws, The Real Sunchild, and Donna B. Appreciate all of you who are in chat. If you came by and you visited the channel, be sure to leave a like. Be sure to sub, hit the bell, and we appreciate you for checking us out. We'll see you guys next time. In the meantime, keep pounding.
Hey, it's me, your skin.